Hello friends, welcome to my channel Nihira Techies. This is our React.js tutorial part 21. In this video, we are going to talk about useReducer hooks in React. So first we can start from what is useReducer hook. It is the built-in React hook used for manage the complex states. So basically it is useful for state has multiple related values. State updates depend on previous state. You have many different actions that modify a single state. In these situations, we can use this useReducer hook. So first let me explain through one diagram how the flow should be. The useReducer workflow is almost similar to the Redux pattern. It have a three important section. Okay, one is state, and another one is action, and the final one is reducer. So in this state, we have a initial state value, and the next one is action. Action have the unique identifier name, and through this payload, we can transfer the data. So in our component point of view, we can dispatch our actions through these events. Okay. The next one is reducer. So reducer, based on the action, it will modify our existing state. Okay. So in order to, it will create one new state. The newly created state data will be rendered in our UI. That's how the flow will be work. Okay. So let me explain from the application. So we can consider one basic example counter. Okay. For the implementation point of view, I just created one new component and I have added in our routing section and also our application in running mode. If you look at here, we are able to see this text. Okay. So now I'm going to create some required components. First, I'm going to create one new folder. You can provide the name as counter. Okay. So already we have a main component. So additionally, I'm going to create two new components. Okay. One is counter view.jsx. So the same way we can create one more component. Okay, fine. So next we can create our initial state and we can provide the name as counter state. Okay. This is a JS file only. And same way we can create one more file for our action. And the final one is reducer. Okay, fine. So the first thing is we can initiate our state. We have to import many places. So make sure we need to export. And our state name is initial state. And we can have the variable as count. The default value is 0. Okay, let me save this one. And then we can define our action. In this action point of view, we have three actions. One is increment, then decrement, and the final one is reset. Okay. So the same way we can export. Okay. Here we can have the type. Okay. The first one is increment. We format it. And instead of directly providing this hard code value, we can declare this variable here. A better approach only. Okay. So the same way we can do for this decrement and reset as well. And make sure we can have this constant variable, this decrement, and then reset. And one more thing, in this action, we can pass the parameters. So in this increment and decrement time, so we can specify the value. Okay. So that we can pass through the payload. By default, we can give the value as 1. Okay. And we can pass it here, payload. Okay. Let me save this one. Okay. And then we can move on the reducer. So reducer is a kind of function. So it have two parameters. One is state and the another one is action. Okay. So here we can have the switch case In this which we can use this action.type one. Okay, and we got a recommendation, we can go with the same. So like if the case is increment, we can take the current state value and then we are adding action.payload. In case if you are not passing any value, we can take the default value as 1. So the same way for this decrement also same, we are reducing one number. If we have some values in this payload, we are reducing based on this payload value. Okay. So finally in this reset time, we are just providing the value as 0. Okay. So next we can work for the component side. So the first thing is in our main component section, we can use this counter button and then counter value, not a counter value, counter view. Okay. So next we can use our useReducer hook. So here we can have a constant array having two values. One is our state, and another one is dispatch. Then using our hook use reducer, it is the input hook only, imported from this React. And here we need to pass two values. One is our reducer and then our initial state. Okay. Okay. It should be imported. And then our initial state. Okay. Now if you look at it here, we have what I believe this function also need to be exported. Here we need to add this export default. So now if I'm trying to import, maybe I can remove this one. Now if I'm trying to add reducer, so now it looks fine. You look at the UI also, the error got resolved. Okay. Okay, next through the props, we can pass this state and dispatch to the respective components. So for this state, we have to display the current state value so that we can pass to this counter view. Okay, my prop name is count, not a count state. Okay, so similarly, for this counter button, we can have this dispatch and passing this value also. And this naming, if required, we can give some different name also for the props. Okay, maybe I can change this one into count at least. Okay. Next, we can work on the respective component. First, in this counter view side, we can have these props count. Okay. So whatever name we have provided for this prop, the same name we have to use. Okay. And in this div tag, I'm having one h2 and finding this value. And normally we will get us the object when we have to put like count.count. So better while passing time itself, we can give like the state.count. That should be fine. Okay, if you look at the UI, there is no value. Okay. Now we can see the counter value is 0. Okay. So next in our button side and through the props and have this dispatch. Okay. And inside this div we can have our buttons and have some style and then adding some buttons. Okay. And in this click event we can dispatch our action. Okay. Dispatch. The first one is increment and we can pass the value as just 1. And here we can just give plus. That's it. I can duplicate this one 2 times, reset, and here we need to dispatch this reset action, and the final one is decrement. Okay, maybe I can adjust the class. So for the first one, it should be success dancer. Now, if you look at the UI, we are able to see the three buttons. So once I click this plus, see, it is incrementing. Similarly, decrementing. The finally, this reset. Okay, when we click this reset, it should be 0. So we confirm. In this reset time, there is no parameter. Increment is working, decrement is working. Still reset is not working. Let me confirm. Reset is there and it will come to our reducer section only. If it is reset, we are just changing this one. Okay. And again in this action point of view, if it is the reset, we are providing this type as just reset only. Okay, now I found the issue. We have to provide the values in the single quotes. So otherwise we have to use this constant variable. So now I believe it will work. Okay. So next we can pass some parameters. So in this case, we can have two more buttons. First for this increment plus 5. Okay. And in this parameter, I just given 5. So here the class should be. Okay. Now if you look at the UI, okay, 5. So the same way for this decrement also, we can have one button -5. Here also we can use the outline class. Okay. So now if I checked 35, 30, 29, 28. Once I click the reset, it is completely resetting. Okay. So now our counter application is working fine. So this is one of the basic example. In this real-time scenario, if you want to maintain any complex logics, we can use this useReducer hook. Okay. And again, it is having the limitation. It is applicable for the small scale application only. In case if you have a large scale application, we have to go for the Redux. So the Redux also, it is almost similar to our useReducer only. Okay. I will cover the reducer concept in the separate video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.